What is up, guys? Half Slab Bacon back with another episode in Bacon's World. So, guys, guess what I've been up to? Bet you can guess. Can guess. I've been playing with my new toy. Yeah. I decided basically since last episode, Minecraft's been running non-stop. If I've been home, it's been running. And what I've done is gone back and forth to my mob farms and other places in the world, excuse me there, guys, and been bringing supplies back. So I did make a couple changes that I want to show you up in there, but before we do that, I want to show you ka-chow. Look, it's pretty. No, I didn't miss those blocks. They're visible from outside, so there are a few spots where it's like that, so it looks pretty from outside. But what we got here is a 32 block drop. Basically what I did, let me grab my cobble here. I was just doing a little prep off camera for today's episode. What I did was I went to the witch farm and the guardian farm and the ender farm and all the stuff and things, and was like taking all the excess supply there and filling up these bad boys and bringing them back and throwing them in the system. And like the slime farm, I cleaned up all the excess stock there, so I just let it run, and I did that. And either I was AFK or every once in a while I'd pop over and I came up here and mine this out just while I was waiting for our system to empty out the dozen shulker boxes I was throwing in at a time. So we're going to set up our mob farm today. So we got a 7 by, this is supposed to be 15. I don't know if I double checked that. Let's double check. We had 12 in my hotbar, right? So that's 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, I didn't screw it up. So we got 15 wide and 7 back. And we actually have 4 layers here. Now I went to, we're basically 3 blocks below surface over there. So we could squeeze in a 5th layer, and we'll see how it performs. I think we're going to start with the 4 layers today. It's super easy to add a layer, and we'll see how 4 layers performs for a couple of days. And, if I feel it's necessary, we'll add some more layers. The reason I'm not automatically like more layers is good is because I don't want it to be super fast, guys. I want it to have a steady stream, but we're late game. We've already got a lot of supplies, and half the stuff that we get off a general purpose mob farm, whoops, crap, what did I do that for? We get already anyways. I basically need the string. You know what I mean? Everything else we have more of. I need the string out of this. Bones, all that other crap, we've got other farms for. So we don't need it to be super high efficiency. We just need it to be cool. So I got a spot here. We can wire our button in to have our on-off switch. And then we can get it going. Mainly because, you know how I keep having the slime issue? Like I mentioned last episode, I need to get rid of that. I suck at this game. I need to get rid of that. I really want these guys to stop spawning in here and making their way into my ender portal and turning my nether hub into a freaking slime farm. And getting a mob farm, general mob farm, will help huge because slimes have the highest mob failure rate in the game, right? So by allowing other mobs to take those spawns, it becomes a thing. There we go. We'll just put that extra back. That the preferred spawns will go to the creepers and the other stuff, and it'll reduce those slimes. And then, we'll further reduce stuff as time goes on while we're building out there. We're going to prevent the slimes from spawning even more, but I don't want to carpet this. I want to leave this as is. So the best way to prevent them from spawning in here is simply going to be to run that mob farm. So yeah, I did make a couple small changes to this while I was putting it through its ringers. And because, quite frankly, I missed something when I was designing this. I didn't think of something. And that was... I completely forgot about this, guys. You know what it was? Hopper minecarts can pull items from a locked hopper. It completely escaped my memory in the design of this farm. I didn't think about it until after the fact. And went, oh yeah, duh, why didn't I do that? Do you guys know why I'm bringing that up? Okay, fine. I'll quit teasing you, those of you that don't know. I know it's a small percentage of Minecraft players that would know why. Okay, so you remember we used to have a chest up in there? Remember when we sent the shulkers through, the empty shulker boxes would get stuck in that hopper up there? That one? Well, instead of having that chest there, so we sacrificed a few storage spots, but instead of having the chest there, I did the, minecart break rail and then surround blocks, push glass onto it with a piston to secure it there. But look what happens. See? Even though that's locked, this can pull it. So when it gets an empty shulker box, instead of me always having one stuck there, or say I accidentally send my diamond sword or my bow through, it's not going to get stuck. It's going to go through the system, and it's going to come out to our chests right away. Isn't it a beautiful thing? Isn't it beautiful? I think it's beautiful. I know you think it's beautiful too. So there were a couple other small changes. That's just temporary that I put that there. It's just because I'm coming down here working a lot, so we'll replace it with this eventually. But for now, I kept breaking and replacing a block. So I did the same thing here. You would notice I actually lowered this floor by 1 block, and all the hoppers we had running down here, I've moved up 2 blocks, which is good because that means we have less hoppers running down here, right? Now that they're hidden, they're basically directly below our floor upstairs now. So I got it as tight as I could, and I still had to lower this by 1 block so I could fit the same thing in here, right? You can see we've got, there's our floor up above, and our no stack item sorter is right there. So the comparator's actually, hidden inside the ceiling there. And then there's our filter hopper right there. And if we pull this block, you can see it's passing the stackable items here and then coming down and going over and down. So same setup, just we added this. There's our locked hopper there, and once again we can see if I push a hopper through, bam, up it goes. Where'd it go? Did we miss it? Seriously, was it that quick? Stupid stuff and things. Can't believe it was that quick. Oh well, whatever. I'll have to go get back and get that off camera. So that's done, which means we never have shulker boxes empty or full stuck in the system, which I'm happy about. Also, I encountered a budding issue here, guys. So we had the redstone dot here and the repeater, just one repeater tapping off both blocks for input. And it shouldn't be budding because since these clocks move so fast, it pulses it long enough that it's constantly updating that. So it shouldn't get stuck in an on state because it's constantly receiving updates reminding it I'm powered, I'm unpowered, I'm powered. It should only get locked in an on budded position if it's not constantly receiving updates. But quasi-connectivity or budding is a bug, guys, so it does not behave consistently. And one of the issues is sometimes in specific chunks or in directional, and we're facing north-south here, so it could be that issue, is it will act up because it is a bug. and it will not behave as expected. So while I haven't run into this elsewhere in the world, it was locking our hopper clock down here. The item stopped moving. It would not update as it should, and it would just think it was locked in a butted on state. So to get around that, I just ran these independently by moving that redstone dust off there completely, running independent repeaters here, and running the wire to both repeaters, and then just switching this off to the side to go down, using a repeater there just to fit it in to get onto that torch. So it still functions the way it was. It's just for some reason in this chunk, I think it was a chunk loading, unloading thing because of the direction. But yeah, that's just kind of the issue I ran into. So what we need to do today, guys, is I need to get our waterways ready so we need to get that mob farm tied in. So I'm going to do basically all of this off camera, just so you know. But what I'm going to do is, crap, and I still forgot to bring the door. For the love of Pete. So I'm going to go with the same design I had down there. Just like so. All the way. You can move now. Thank you very much. You can move now. You're not wanted anymore. Go away. So yeah, and eventually I'll put some permanent lighting down here so we don't have like these kind of issues. You know what I mean? But we're going to run it like that, and then I don't know if I'm going to... I might just put glass here. I don't know if I'm going to bother like putting anything in the centers here, because I kind of think I'd just like to have this glassed in. So glass on the side of that and glass on the side there. And then probably do this, not like that, but same as I did on the other one, like this. And then the glass on the side of that type thing. But yeah, so I'm going to put a door here, and then I'm going to continue these basically all the way to the end of our farm, which I already checked was Z80. So you can see I've got a lot of distance to cover mining out all this stuff over here. Like a long way to go, which is why I'm going to do it off camera. I mean, I've got the haste on both beacons, so it's not like it's going to take me a long time, but you know, it's going to be some work. I got to make it work, people. Make it work. So I'm going to get that done, and then we'll do the redstone for the mob farm, because that's actually going to be super simple. So yeah, give me a few, and I'll BRBs. Oh yeah. Yep. There we go. There's our sewage system. Not too shabby at all. So I can still see the mob drops. There is enough room for me to tap in on either side up there via a block above. Excuse me. And yeah, I slabbed off the bottom, stairs on the side, just so it doesn't look as square. You know what I mean? It looks good. I'm happy with it. Of course, all the glass is adding to the framiness, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Actually, the weird part is, it wasn't really framey at all until I finished the half slabbing. And it's not that bad. I think actually it's more of a visual effect than anything else, just because the tunnels, yeah, it's a visual effect from the tunnel. It's cool. I like it. We're good. It goes all the way to the end of our man cave, so we can tap in anywhere to get our sewage into here. Service access, just in case. I'm good with that. Yep. Yeah. And then we got it running directly into here, so I can see it here. I didn't double check, but I do believe the waterways are going to make it all the way across, right to the hopper. They should have. Yep. Alright, so I'm underneath connecting, so I'm just going to throw a couple pieces of glass there so we can end our last water stream here and just have them fall right off. So to do that, we want to make sure this 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So that's effectively where the water stream's going to want it. And so, ooh, I guess it would help if I had the ice, right? Am I losing my mind here? Is it pushing back this way? Oh no, it's traveling up. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. That's how I want it. And then the rest I'm going to leave 2 blocks high, just in case I ever need to service it. Now we should be able to go half slab there, half slab there. Yeah. And we're good to go. Now back here, we're going to need a clock that distributes into our water. So, well, first of all, let's get rid of some of this junk, give us some room to move, and then let's get out our redstone kit. And start to plan this out. So we're going to want a dropper, not a dispenser. Has to be a dropper. And it's going to want to go down like that. So it shoots into the water stream, and the water stream takes it off that way. Now, of course, we're going to have to hollow this out because we need a clock. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So I think what we're going to do for the clock is go through the back here. Put it right in the back, that way there's minimal chance of any kind of water stream interfering with it. And of course we're going to go with the usual, my favorite these days, the rapid fire. I still got too much junk in my inventory. We'll get rid of all that. We don't need any of that or that or that. Okay, the rapid fire. So bam, and then into a block, and let's go this way because there's not going to be anything else on the other end. So we're going to want this little guy. And should we do the up or the down T's? Yeah, let's go a block lower. do it that way. I like that one. So like a so, and like a so, and like a so, and then we need our torches, and grabbing the redstone dust might help. And then bam, bam, bam. That's it, that's all. Our clock is ready there. And of course, as per always with me, I'm going to fill in around it. And then I'm going to finish this waterway and go up top and carry the hopper chain into it, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so now that that's done, basically just got to carry a redstone wire up from here, and we should be good to go. Now this is going to be the tricky part, because of course I've decided I'm running it that way, which is no bueno. So I think, can I? Yes, I can. I think we might actually take it up from there instead, so I can put it on the back wall in case I ever need to service it. And we're just going to staircase it like that. We should be good to go. So I'm actually going to go like this. And that way when this is out, I know I need to extend the signal. In the same sense, I should have some ladders. Hey, ladders! It does get pretty framey in here when I'm building with all these blocks. It's starting to become a bit of a pet peeve. Okay, we should be done with that and that. And that. Oh, no, no. Give me that. Gonna need that. I'm gonna need a whack of buckets, too. I'll do the ladders first. And then we'll worry about the rest from there. Let's go with that. We're not going to need lighting. There. Let that work away. When this stack of fish is done, I'm done with the fish too, because saturation sucks on this stuff. Okay, so let's take a ladder up from this early direction. Put that there, back there. I think I'm putting a lot of yeah, that's what I thought. Well, what the heck was that? That made absolutely no sense, but whatever. So yeah, I'm doing it like this. That way I know when I hit the 15 blocks and I need to extend it. And I'm just going to staircase up and then throw a repeater on when we hit that point. And then we should have our wire up, seeing as it's 32 blocks. Yeah, once we hit a repeater, I should be good to get up to the first torch and build my clock in. I'm going to build it at the top. And yeah, then we'll run the rest of the wiring. I'll be RBs. Alright guys, so I'm at the next junction where I'd have to add a repeater. So all I've got here is repeater going into an observer block. And then we've got a sticky piston underneath holding that observer. nice simple clock. So it's going to pulse that piston, which is going to move the observer up here. It'll detect the movement, power this, which will zero tick and move the redstone block back and forth. So off or on every time I hit the button. Nice and simple. I've left this like so I can get in and out if I want to work on it. I guess I can fill that in. I probably didn't need to do those extra blocks, but whatever. I thought I was going to go out over top instead. So it's going to power this repeater and then come to this block. And then from there, we just continue our wire up with the half slabs. And that's pretty much it as far as staircasing our on-off button. The reason I put that toggle midway up is it's just going to be easier, right? You know what I mean? It's just going to be easier. Now from here, how do I want to do this? I'm going to have a torch come up next to this and power that. And probably the easiest way. I don't know how I'm going to organize that. Well, I guess I could step it one more. We'll see how I organize that. If I stepped it one more. No, because then I'm going to run into my ladder. So I might take it off the side to get it up. But basically, here's our back. So we're going to want, let's put our stuff and things down here. Redstone kit. We're done with our hoppers. We need dispensers. Has to be dispensers for this. So we're going to want one there, and then 2 blocks out, one there, 2 blocks out, one there, 2 blocks out, 2 blocks out. And that'll give us the water flow we need to push them just off the edges. Now, of course, if you remember when I showed this in creative, part of the trick here, the reason we've only got 7 blocks is what we're doing is we're putting a trap door. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Dang it, Bobby. There, we're putting a trapdoor like so. Reason being, the spiders is going to see that as a valid safe space, right? So they're not going to see this as a full drop. So they're not going to fight it as much when they get to come out to this section. And that's going to help push them down. And because it's only 7, the water's actually going to extend out a block on this. And that will keep, when they do start jumping, that will keep them from getting up, because that extra water block on the way out is actually going to pull them down. So I just realized, I think I forgot to bring, yes I did, so I'm not going to have enough. I'll have to go down off camera because I didn't think to bring the string. But then from there, we're just going to have these on each side. And that'll take care of our string. We'll be good to go there. And then I just need to create an infinite water source to fill these bad boys in. So I'm going to go get the string so I can string those up and make an infinite water source in the back corner here. And then, yeah, I'll show you the rest. Okay, guys, I'm up on the last floor. So I've been doing the dispensers and the buckets and the wires and everything and the trapdoors, not necessarily in the same order each time because, you know, I like to complicate things. But yeah, and what I've been doing is I've been double checking, because the way I've wired this, it sets the water off if everything's running properly and hooked up properly as I finish off the floor, right? So by default, the state of this farm is off. and we actually have to toggle it to turn it on. It's kind of what I like about it. Makes it easy to double check everything, right? So we see we've got five waters for each floor, which means I didn't screw up the waters, right? They're all good. They're all running. And I just double check all my wires to make sure they're running good. And then back here, the final setup is really simple. Really simple. So I'm going to remove that one so I'm not accidentally powering it while I'm doing this, because we want them to be all off or all on at the same time. So observer there, and repeater there, block there, repeater on 4 ticks, and of course I'm short blocks. Why wouldn't I be short blocks? Do I have any pre-made? No, I do not. Let's just get that done. Bam. Obviously, as I've been running the wire up, I've been double checking to make 110% sure that it's at a length of 15 max before I shut her down, right? I've left the area lit up like this so I don't have to worry about spawns. And then once this is wired in like this, all we have to do is just run this wire around the back, add that final block in there after all this is done, so this isn't accidentally updating, wire that, and then wire this. Just make sure again that that's on 4 ticks. That's going to give enough time if a mob gets in dead spot in between the tripwires to keep them on. So it is very important. And then I've been just kind of alternating the way I'm doing this depending on each one. Now when we put the torch here, yeah, we should hear it goes off. So that's wired into that block that way. Up here, because I had to bring it around, you can see I've got a block up higher with the torch on the inside. And then I believe, yeah, I think it's the same for every other. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, this one I've got it low with the torch on the inside and a block up to power this. And this one up with the torch, so it just kind of alternated, right? Whatever I needed to do, kind of the deal. You know what I'm saying? Now, by rights, all this should be closed off. We should be good. Yeah, I see no lights because the water pushed all the torches away. So we should be good to give this a trial run. So what I want to do is let's put this down out here, and let's grab that and our glass, and let's fill this in and turn the farm on and just make sure all the water goes away. Okay, that's not good. One of them is not wired right. Definitely not wired right. So I gotta go up and fix that. I miscounted. And then I'll be back. Alright, so all the water is in the mob farm shut off position right now. And if we go like so, we can put our glass in. It should take a minute to start up. But once it does, we should be rocking. And hopefully that helps to stop our stupid, you know, slime spawning and stuff. Am I gonna get some mobs here? Hello? Hello? Where are they at? Okay, let's just double check. No, I'm not on peaceful. They should be spawning. I guess it takes a minute for the game to calculate, but still. There we go. Ha ha. Beautiful. So I don't know. I'm going to run it for a bit and we'll see what kind of rates we get off it. Stupid chicken. Because like I said, I don't want to go in like non-stop flood. I don't need that many mob drops. But I wouldn't mind a half-decent steady flow. So, as always, yeah, that looks like 4 floors might be good. As always, guys, smash that like if you enjoyed the episode to help others like yourself who might enjoy the content find the channel. And if you're new and you haven't already, hit that subscribe for more videos, peeps. Thanks for watching. Bye.